Okay. Oh. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hawk, how you doing? Remember, this is a morning stream, so there will be a stream later as well. Hawk, I will take you out back and beat you. I swear to God. Short 9000. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You're on a 15 stream streak. Nice. Also, Hawk, just so that I know, I just want to check this. Are you able to see the incoming ad break thing up at the on the chat with the ability to like hit the snooze button? I suspect you can see it, but I just wanna check. Okay, so okay, we probably need to have like a meeting with the mods about when to utilize that and when not to. Because I think I've noticed, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but somebody I think tends to use it, like spam it immediately at the start of the stream, and we don't want to do that. We want to like save it for important story moments. I wonder if I could, I need to make it to where like only, we're gonna have to, I think I'm kind of overdue for spending some time to fix that. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everyone that we're live. Doing okay? You had oh gosh, you had 2 crowns prep done today, so your jaw hurts. You had to have prep done? They didn't just do it? That sucks. When I got my crown, they just did all of it in one thing. Though getting my crown, I have 1 crown, and getting it was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. It was truly awful. Because the root was already like rotting. And it was so bad that when I got, oh hey, it's Unagi. It's been a while since I've randomly encountered an orange name. That's cool. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and just start getting our dumb dailies out of the way. Ooh, Schroeder, that's rough, dude. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I wish I wish these 2 ones were not so dumb. The fact that you have to get like super lucky to get a the right fate is just dumb, and I hate it. All right, rain catcher gully. All right. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I slept a lot yesterday. I didn't go to bed as early as I should have last night. I got blame Aya. I got distracted watching and chatting in her stream, and didn't go to bed as soon as I should have. So by the time I did go to bed, it was kind of late, and it took me a little while to fall asleep. So then by the time I actually fell asleep, I think I only got like 5 hours of sleep or something, which that is not enough for me to function. So then I woke up, and of course it was snowing. So then I let Sadie go to the bathroom and stuff, because she always goes out in the morning. And then after that, I went back to bed, and that's when I sent that tweet out that was like, oh hey, I'm gonna like sleep a little extra longer. And that little extra longer, I think, turned into like another 6 or 7 hours. Did Texas get all its snow? Not all of it. there's supposed to be another wave of snow tonight, but we got a decent amount. We probably got like 3 inches of snow. My sister got a bunch of really nice like action shots of Sadie out in the snow, so I will be sure to post those on the socials here pretty soon. Where's my Vesper Bay? There it is. Well, hopefully everyone's doing well. Today should be fun because we're gonna get to hopefully meet Hraesvelgr today. The good old oh, it's kind of cool that I'm actually starting to like see more little babbies, like newer players when I go into like cool old areas. Oh, this is an epic monster, isn't it? Can I kill this thing by myself? Am I high enough level that I can do that, or is he still gonna whoop me? So, let's find out for science. Oh my lord. Probably should have switched to Dragoon. Yeah, nope. That thing's definitely gonna whoop my ass. Ah! Oh my god, he put me to sleep. Oh, okay, he left. Woo! That was a little spooky. So that's an A rank monster, right? See if we can get somebody to help us out with this. Yeah, I really wanted to stream this morning, but I needed rest. Is anybody else online? Social. Let's see. Alex is online. Felder. Yeah, Unagi we saw earlier. But what do the stars mean? Huh. Wait. Open your map, then shift click. Shift click. I am shift right clicking. Nothing is happening. Oh, there it is. Control click. So, one reason I think you'll like White Mage when you get to leveling it, Blood for the Blood Lily. I don't know what that means, but okay. It's Electrion. I like killing A ranks when I find them. Nice, our last Pixel. My dog plays so hard. She plays hard. She slept for 2 days. Sadie had a bunch of fun in the snow. I wouldn't play with her out back when I woke up. I got all, you know, I got my winter clothes on, went out there because I very, very rarely like wearing like pants or long sleeve shirts. I pretty much always wear t-shirts and shorts. It's very, very rare that I don't. There's Alex. I don't know if we can... I mean, Alex might be able to solo this damn thing by herself. Oh, yeah. Bro, this thing sucks. It has... Nice, bring your A game. Oh, dude, those... Hot damn. Bro, 40 allied seals, 20 Centurio seals, and 30 elegant tomestones. Damn. Back to business? Yes, back to business indeed. That is really nice amount of resources. Oh, I should summon the Sadie Chocobo. Oh, White Mage. Wow, sounds like White Mage kind of starts losing their fucking mind once they reach a certain point. Which is hilarious for a healer class. I'll say, to this day, I really wish that the melee healer concept from Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning had stuck. Like, I wish that had become a more popular trope in MMOs, because I feel like it's pretty rare to see that in an MMO. Because they had the concept of playing healers who, like, dealing damage. So you're a DPS class, but the damage that you deal is converted into healing for your allies. And there was a lot of like really fun and unique interactions. And I feel like I've never seen that in another MMO since. Like the K-Knight healer and the warrior priest, like, were so unique to that game. Wait, what am I killing? Providence Point. Okay. It's an Immortal Empires campaign. Ilario just got the Sword of Cain. Ah, yes, Ilario, everyone's favorite hippie war criminal. Sage heals the tank with every attack they make. Yeah, but are they like, is that like their entire system and gimmick? Like a really strong healer, but only does it through mainly damage? Because it's like the whole gimmick of what do you call it? Of the warrior priest and K-Knight. No, where is this thing I'm looking for? I feel like I've been seeing more people lately on Final Fantasy. Like, maybe it's just my server, but I do feel like we've been just seeing more people casually playing the game, which has been nice. Instead of me like roaming around and there's just nobody. So it seems like there's either like been some nice little waves of new influxes of new players, or maybe because Dawn Trails calmed down, we're seeing more people like in non-expansion areas. Maybe that's what it is. I am not seeing the thing I'm looking for. No, this is White Brim. Taurus. There should be a bunch of them. Maybe they're out this way? It's not the big fat guys. No, those are ogres. Those are dragons. Wolves. Ice sprites. Snow pups. That'll take us into Natalan. Solly. What the sweet fuck? Are they down here? Nope, this is Witch Drop. No. Odd. Usually I don't have this much difficulty finding a casual enemy. Let's try this cave entrance over here. Oh, found it. They were in the specific cave. But how's everybody's day been? One more. Just hanging out, relaxing, nice. Alright, good job. I think we're actually gonna pop back to Verdania for a hot second to buy some more emeralds. Whee! Thank you for the super chat. While I do understand the reasons for the whole Berserker field of Khornates, I do wish Khorne had at least one character that was more of an ice-cold psychopath, like the Hargoneth Executioners. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Khorne, Volkia is probably the most, like, contained of the Khornates. You know, she's the most, Yep. Ah, we're almost halfway done with this stupid thing. Yeah, Volkia I think would be the closest to that. But obviously it's a little tricky. Because how do I say this? I feel like in Total War, it's pretty rare to see that portrayal because a lot of it is like people yelling on battlefields and being all crazy and stuff. Volkia to me has always come off more like cold fury as opposed to like roaring over the top rage. Compared, like, you know, when you compare Volkia against the likes of Scylla or Scylla or Scarbrand or Uzul, like, she is a lot more of that, you know, the fact that she wields a spear and she's more of this, like, thrust into the heart of the enemy. I've always felt that she's probably the closest you tend to see to that more cold fury. But I think it's because when Games Workshop is considering Khorne and they're like making characters for him and stuff, Games Workshop tends to approach it from the idea that Khorne is rage embodied, right? And rage is not subtle. Rage is not silent or quiet. It is loud and furious, which I think, you know, results in that feeling of it being very bombastic and over the top compared to, say, like Harkonneth Executioners. But granted, Harkonneth Executioners aren't about emotion. They're not about anger or any of that other stuff. They are rather purely about you know, they have a much more focused consideration on just the concept of murder, of achieving a form of perfection revolving around murder. It's an act or a form of devotion to a god that, granted, Cain does have elements of fury, but I wouldn't say it's the same. Like, I would not consider Cain a god of anger. I mean, Cain almost have... I mean, that's always why I have never been of the opinion that Cain is truly a reflection of Khorne. Because honestly, I think there's much more of a relationship between Cain and Slaanesh than there is between Cain and Khorne. Because Cain is so much more about, like, the perfection of killing. Like, killing someone with the minimal amount of effort expended. Or striking someone down. Like, you know, getting the cleanest possible decapitation, which is how the Harkonneth Executioners do it. Like, for Harkonneth Executioner, the way they worship Cain and they observe worship of him is through, like, achieving a form of perfection, which is much more about, which is far more Slaanesh-y than it is Khorne. But anyway, the only thing I think I've ever really found in common between Khorne and Cain is, like, they're both bloody, which, like, whoop-de-doo, every fucking thing in Warhammer Fantasy is bloody. No Warhammer tonight? Nope, no Warhammer tonight. On Thursdays and Fridays, my priority is Final Fantasy. So, like, if we have a situation like today where I miss one of our stream slots, then I'm gonna prioritize Final Fantasy for the slot, what time we do have. But in the same vein, on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I will prioritize Warhammer. But today's Thursday, so that means that we're doing Final Fantasy. Now, hopefully tomorrow I will wake up at a much more reasonable hour and we'll start at 10 a.m. like we meant to today. That way we're able to do both. Because normally on Fridays we do Friendship Fridays, as they've come to be dubbed, where we play with Gingivitis and Gator Guts and stuff, but Gator is on vacation, and I think Gingy might have some other stuff going on. So I don't think we're not doing anything tomorrow night. So tomorrow morning we'll play Total War, and then tomorrow evening we'll play more Final Fantasy. There it is. Thank you for the super chat. You should try getting your friends to do some Final Fantasy Store. Yeah, Genji has mentioned that he wants to play with us when he has some time. Genji is the reason I ended up like finally pulling the trigger on the game, and getting into having a brain fart. Getting on this server. The reason I play on the Goblin server is literally because this is the server Genji is on. Okay. Hey, look at that. Fire! Woohoo! Alright, we're on to level 3 for the Sahagin. So we got an actual story quest here. Here we go. I love this guy because he's red crested. Like this guy looks like he would be favored by Sotek. Dalkarius, I wish to ask a tedious favor of you. There is a task to which I must attend, a task that will take me away from the nursery for a time. Thus, I would have you watch over my clutch while I am gone. You need not feed or discipline the swaddlings. Few Hoi and Sue have such duties well in hand. The coral tridents concern me. It would be foolish to think our acts of sabotage have escaped their notice, and they will surely desire vengeance. Thus far, my presence has been sufficient to deter any such reprisals, but should they learn of my absence... To where do you travel, Clutchfather? What is this task of which you speak? Do not question your elder, Sue. Your duty is to care for the Spawn brothers, and that and not more. I leave the safety of the nursery to you, Dalkarius. I will return as soon as I am able. Clutchfather! I have never known the Clutchfather to leave the nursery in another's care. The fate of our people must hang in the balance. I wish only that he would trust us with the details. Spawnlings we may be, but we have taken our warrior rights, and the Clutchfather would not even describe to us the battles of his youth. Now that I think on it, he has told us almost nothing of himself. We know little of his past or his part in the old wars. Would you do something for me, Dalkarius? I want you to find out about this vital tasks and learn if there is aught we can do to aid the Clutchfather. Many of our older kin speak of him with reverence and respect. They live scattered about our territory, the Reef of Sending, Riva Hide, and even one on Moonshade Isle. You may need one of Pa's elves to carry you there. Perhaps in the stories you might hear the clue we need to solve this mystery. I'll get them to... Now, to get them to speak with you, you'll need to show them this cell inscribed with our clutch mark. That should cause their memories to tumble forth of their own accord. The elders do love to reminisce about the old days. feel like this directly goes in violation of my promise to stay here, but, you know, whatever, cool. Fan art? Oh, that's pretty sick. That looks really cool. Snoozemaster of Sotek? Yeah, you know, Swan ramblings. Hey, we made it like a good 2 weeks without me sleeping through a stream, and I still haven't missed a day of streaming. You know, I only missed the morning stream, but I didn't miss the whole day. So we're still doing good. Wow, look at his coloring. This guy looks sick. This is literally my Lizardman colors with the black scales and red crest. Leave me, Sahagin. This is my isle. I'm harming no one. Novv's clutch mark. A shell inscribed with the insignia that identifies the bearer's affiliation with Novv's clutch. Why do you carry Novv's clutch mark? Has he cast his lot in with the finless ones? But it is too late for Novv. His time ended long ago. Zug is the champion of the spawning grounds now. No other warrior is fit to claim the mantle of the Scarlet Sea Devil. Mark my words, he shall rise to greatness on a mountain of Shorewalker bones. That's not ominous at all. Where are these other two? Oh, we have a new blue quest. Why so serious? Oh, there they are. I guess we could go pick up the Why So Serious quest in a little bit. There must be a new mechanic. Silver. This is a sacred place, Shorewalker. Only the tridents of fallen Sahagin are allowed to impale the reef of sending. You come at the behest of the Novv's clutch. The spawnlings wish to more know of their clutch father, do they? It is odd that they send a Shorewalker, but then many things appear odd to my aged eyes. Listen well, Finless One. Novv was once the undisputed leader of the Coral Tridents, a mighty warrior who thought of naught but the glory and prosperity of his people. You tell his offspring that. You tell them they ought to be proud of their clutch father and his deeds. Oh, this is a fucking cool, like, shrine to the dead. They impale their tridents here. Sick. Cool. Some good old story building right there. Those guys like way at the end here. Why do you bother me, Finless One? I did not summon any Reavers to do my bidding. Shahahaha! So, you are the one the others have seen consorting with Novv's clutch. Fortunate for you that all Shorewalkers look the same to us. If you come seeking your Sahagin friend, I hear Novv has come to parley with Zug in the Serpent's Tongue. I can only guess at the subject of their discussion. Here, take your shell back, Finless One. I like that the old Sahagin are kind of chill. They're like, yeah, whatever. Has this... Oh, wait, no, I've already answered that. Oh, someone else was asking. Has it snowed there? Yes. It stopped for a bit, and then we got freezing rain, and supposedly tonight it's supposed to snow again. So it's going to be that delightful thing where all of that other snow got mixed with freezing rain, so then it's going to get really cold, and it's all going to turn into ice, and then it's going to snow on top of that. Well, Dacarius, did the old ones have much to say? Nope. Psh, the Clutchfather once led the Coral Tridents? Incredible. And now you say he goes to meet with the Tridents' current leader? Psh, he cannot possibly expect to negotiate with those fanatics. The stink of ambush upon this Parley reaches me even here. Ambush? Oh, Clutchfather. That is why you chose to attend the meeting without your spawnlings. You mean to fight those savages alone? Finless one, Dacarius. I would willingly face battle myself, but I cannot abandon my duty to protect my clutch mates. It falls to you to ensure this does not end in tragedy. The Clutchfather is meeting with the Coral Tridents in the Serpent's Tongue. You're the only one I can trust to rescue him when the Parley turns sour, and you can be sure it will. They're gonna try and hurt Daddy Fish Boy? Not on my watch. Oh my god, we finished our Garlean pizzas. Once upon a time, we had 99 of those fucking things. How times have changed. Booty shot. Psh, you come alone into our lair, Novv. Your mind is as wilted as your fins, old one. Nice hat. Bear greeting to you, too, young Zog. Psst, you have no right to call me by that name. I am the Scarlet Sea Devil. Enemies of the Coral Tridents tremble at my coming. You would do well to show some respect. Calm yourself, Zog. I did not come here to trade insults. I only wish to talk. Have you thought about our future, Zog? The future of the Sahagin? Have you seen how our people fade into darkness like the evening sun sinking below the ocean waves? Poetry, Novv! You have become even more pitiful than I suspected. You were once feared among all, bloodthirsty as a shark, deadly as a raised sting, savage as a sea serpent, the terror of the indigo deep. Psh, you were the first Scarlet Sea Devil. Have you forgotten who you truly are? The first, huh? I consigned that title to the deep long ago, along with my heinous past. Psst, and that is why your legacy must live on through me. The Coral Tridents will thrust our spears into the very heart of this land, and bathe in the gushing blood of the finless ones. If we lack the territory in which to spawn, then we shall take it by force. Our offspring will thrive on sand that has drunk the life water spilled from our enemies. I see my words are wasted on you. It is so hard. Is it so hard to understand, Zog? What is needed right now is diplomacy, not war. Your hubris will doom our spawnlings to lives of violence and misery, with the edge of a soldier's blade the only surcease. The only one doomed here is you! Did you expect to leave here alive, Novv? Oh my lord. Psst, kill the traitor! Rip off his fins! Strip away his scales! Oh, shit. They're like, whoa! You said he was weak now, evil! Psst, cowards! Spineless sea dogs! Dude, bro scared them away just with his aura. Return to the shallows, Zug. You are not ready for the ocean deep. Psst, this is far from over, old one. As the infirmities of age claim your vigor, I shall grow only stronger. We shall see which of us is remembered by history as the true Scarlet Sea Devil. Novv is awesome, dude. He's gonna fucking know him there. Hey! Dalcarius! You stood ready to rush to my rescue. Psh, I smell Sue's hand in this. Hey, boss. I yet think of him as my little spawnling, but his instincts are those of a warrior grown. My strength has not dimmed so much that I need cower behind the fins of my offspring. But you have my thanks, all the same. Come, let us return to the nursery. It would not be wise for you to linger here. It's interesting. I was kind of expecting this to end up pretty similar to the Amalja questline, where it was going to be like, oh look, here's the big badass, and we're gonna meet him, and then next time we gotta fight him, and he's gonna be like super scary and threatening. But no, Novv is like, yeah, no, I could absolutely whoop the shit out of all these guys. I choose not to, but I could. An explanation is in order, Dalcarius. Sue, I would have you hear this as well. I am listening, Clutch Father. There is much I have kept from the Clutch. The wreckage of my past cannot stay submerged forever. It is time I tell you my tale. 15 years ago, I led the Coral Tridents in countless acts of piracy, not privacy. Piracy. Pillage, slaughter, kidnapping. There was no foul deed I did not commit. For the shore walkers of La Nocia, I was a nightmare made flesh, a demon from the Indigo Deep, the Scarlet Sea Devil. All those I killed, all the land I seized, I did so for the future of my people. I had not a single shred of doubt that my actions were just. I was just as zealous as Zug is now. It is tradition among the Sahagin that our queen, the Indigo Matriarch, reward a proven warrior with a clutch of her eggs. Such a champion earns the right to become clutch father to the spawnlings thus hatched. Even among the elite, my victories overshadowed all others. The matriarch honored me with more than 100 eggs, from which many healthy offspring emerged. My clutch was the envy of the tribe. Never in my arrogance and pride did I expect what was to happen next. I returned to my nursery after a typical campaign of looting ships, only to be greeted by a sight that haunts me to this day. The broken corpses of my spawnlings, strewn atop one another in a gruesome mountain of death. This was an act of pure vengeance. The shore walkers had trailed me to our island home and waited patiently for me to leave. Then they put my children to the sword. I wept and howled until it seemed my sanity had fled, And then all at once, I understood. The blame for my spawnling's grisly fate, it belonged with me. Hate and suffering brings only more of the same. It draws you into a whirling maelstrom of reprisal and retaliation that leads to naught but a soulless abyss. My salvation lay in the few unhatched eggs that had somehow escaped the bloody retribution. I cast away my hollow dreams of glory and focused on raising my surviving sons. You and your spawn brothers, Sue. The Scarlet Sea Devil died that day. In Novv, the Clutchfather was born. Shh! I am proud of you, Clutchfather. We will stop the Coral Tridents, I promise you. Not just for ourselves, but for the Clutchmates we left behind. Does it all make sense now, Dalcarius? The reason I recruited you to our cause? To be truthful, I have never forgiven the Shorewalkers for what was done. But I will never let my actions be guided by rage. For that path will not bring us to the peace I desire. No, I would create a legacy worth leaving for my children. Let us continue building that bridge, Dalcarius. Okay, so Novv is like the most badass so far of the Beast Tribe characters. Woohoo! We're friendly. That is actually super interesting. So he's basically like an old war criminal slash terrorist. Now we have access to higher quality. I have a favor to ask of you, Dalcarius. While my spawn brothers and I can survive on fish alone, it would do much better for our spirits to fill our bellies with a different kind of fish. It has been an age since we feasted on axolotl. We used to hunt the creatures often, but then the tridents herded them all into the spawning grounds. If you were to venture into trident territory and bring back succulent tail, you would do much to endear yourself to my people. If you truly wish to bring us a treat, then stew the flesh in the boiling fish broth with Sahapsa warriors until it becomes juicy and tender. You might be accosted by hungry tridents while you wait for the meat to soften. Like most soldiers, they take any threat to their food supply very seriously. It appears the Serpent Reavers have dragged several chests of pillaged goods onto the deck of their ship. The better to examine their haul, I know not. What I do know is this plunder will directly supply the war efforts of the Coral Tridents, and that we cannot allow. It's fortunate then that they cock their loot boxes with pitch, a highly flammable substance. One rarely has need to fear open flames in the middle of the ocean, but armed with simple flint stone, the rivers will soon learn to fear you. Have Pa lend you a sea beast and make your way to the pirate's ship as soon as you are able. If we are to weaken the thrust of the Coral Tridents, we must need also thin the ranks of their allies, the Serpent Reavers. One of their senior tactical officers is a sea with crew even as we speak. They prowl the waters and a merchantman, posing as traders so as not to alert their prey to their true nature. But we are not so easily fooled. Take an eldest and ship aboard the disguised pirate vessel. Your main target will come to you once you have slain enough of his men. Alright, I don't think we're gonna do any, we're not gonna do any of the, what are they called? Fairy quest today. So we'll do 2 more of these, and then the last 3 quests we'll do today will be for the
X100.
The Kobolds.
Feeling quite down lately. Wanted to thank you for the entertainment and distraction. Quick question. If you were tasked with reworking Pyro's fragments of magic mechanic, how would you do it? Personally, I would make it so that gave a single use of it.
Personally, I would make it so they gave a single use of cataclysm spell. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yo, Tom, so first of all, I'm sorry you're feeling down, dude. I hope you feel better soon. Whatever it is you may have going on. You know, obviously there's always, you know, it's not unusual for hard times, especially these days, so make sure you just prioritize yourself, treat yourself well, you know, get good rest, but don't stay in bed for too long. Get out, move around, get some sunlight. Hope you start feeling better soon, but, you know, treat yourself. Get your favorite food or cook your favorite meal or whatever that may be. Go see a movie or something. Get out, have fun. But, you know, I hope you feel better soon. And then in answer to your question, I think that's actually a very... Okay, so Kairos is kind of an interesting thing. And honestly, I think the answer is simple yet annoying for CA at the same time. Which is that, A, I agree with you that Kairos should have... So what I would do is I would introduce a mechanic for Kairos Fate Keeper, like a little special menu in his campaign, to give people what I think they actually want, which is that it should open up a menu that has 6 slots, and to each of the slots, you should be able to put any spell you want for that slot. So, like, you can have the first spell from the lore fragments you've unlocked, or you can have the second spell from the... So you could, like, mix all 6 lores if you want, or you could have, like, you could have, like, 2 death, 2 zinch, 2 metal. Like, you could have an interesting mix. And then the other thing that would go with that would be the way I think that the actual fragments could work as items is I would make it where if you have a fragment equipped, it makes the spells from that lore like notably cheaper, they cost less winds of magic, they have a faster cooldown, you know, all the bells and whistles. And then I agree with you that there should either be like an upgrade at some point, or like maybe when you take like an upgraded version or whatever. So like I think it's like 2 skill points per fragment, right? Like the first one unlocks the fragment and the second one improves it. What I would add is make it where when you put the second skill point in a fragment, it makes it where you gain the access to the Storm of Magic, the Cataclysm spell. Oh, I can't fly here. That's actually quite funny. How do I leave this boat? Normally, it's the door. I don't see a door.
Tech 27 SSG.
Ah, here we go.
X100. What are you going to do to make up for the fishmen on fishmen violence you have caused?
I don't know. I'll go like throw some bread in my local pond or something. Whatever, sue me. The fishermen know what they did, dude. I'm also healing the rift between Shorewalker and Fishman, so, you know, I think I'm causing as much good as I am bad. Alex Russo, super random, but is it possible that Dracothian could be the Dragon Emperor? Was Age of Sigmar his plan all along? So, alright, the realistic answer to this is, it is possible, but it is extremely unlikely. Because what we know about Dracothian discusses that Dracothian was already a very ancient, powerful entity by the time the Slann encountered him in like the earth, like thousands upon thousands of years before the Age of Sigmar universe, before the Age of Sigmar, like Age of Myth even started. Like we're talking very pre-Age of Myth. The only way I could see, I do agree that it seems like there should be some kind of connection between Dracothian and Aegis, the Celestial Dragon Emperor. I do think that it would be it would make a lot of sense for there to be some kind of connecting thread between them. However, what I would suspect, or what I would do if I were Games Workshop, is I wouldn't want to heavily retcon Dracothian to such an extent that he suddenly becomes the Celestial Dragon Emperor. But what I would maybe do is have it where the Celestial Dragon Emperor created Dracothian. Big flipper. So one of the things that we know about Dracothian is he is a god beast. He's a celestial god beast. So he is quite literally. Oh, whoops. He's supposed to be this big. He's literally like a living constellation, right? He is a giant mass of stars. That is essentially sentient, and capable of also having like children and doing lots of other stuff, because he has like a bunch of offspring. So I would probably mess around with, what I would do is I would reveal that the Cathayan's ultimate, like the Celestial Dragon Emperor's plan in the end times ends up being that he basically had like a colossal super ritual where he was trying to convert himself and maybe even, you know, the rest of his family, the dragon children and stuff, into the very stars themselves. Something that could survive the end times. And what I would probably do is, in true end times fashion, I would make it where he partially succeeded, but he also partially failed. So he ultimately succeeds in the ritual that he's doing, and he creates Dracothian. But because of the end times and the attack of the various forces of enemies that are coming against him, he fails to, like, properly make it himself. So like he creates a new entity that has this, you know, dramatic knock-on effect to the rest of the Age of Sigmar universe, but he fails to, like, essentially in a way upload his consciousness and that of his children's consciousness into this new entity. So maybe there could be a storyline about how there is a deep connection between Dracothian and the Celestial Dragon Emperor, where Dracothian is, in truth, is the Celestial Dragon Emperor. But Dracothian doesn't know that. That he is basically this remnant of this once godlike entity from the world that was, and he is what remains of the Celestial Dragon Emperor. And, you know, if you wanted to bring a Cathayan-inspired faction into AOS, that would be a way to potentially pursue that thing. Is that, you know, there are remnants of the Dragon Children and the Moon Empress that are maybe trying to reawaken the Celestial Dragon Emperor's memory. They're trying to, like, bring him back through Dracothian, which could have a lot of both positive and negative effects. Like, that could be a way to approach it. But I would not have it where he just is the Celestial Dragon Emperor and has always been the Celestial Dragon Emperor. I would put like a weird twist on it. But I do think they should be related. I think it would make a lot of sense for them to be related. It's terrible that Dracothian doesn't have art. He might have art, but if he does, it's not like a really big piece of art. It's a very subtle piece of art. But I had to double check, but I think if you go back to the very first book for AOS, there might be a piece of art of him. Have you returned to rescue us from our unending diet of fish? Yes, here you go, tendertail meat. Tell me of an axolotl stewed in boiling fish broth until tender. Ah, that wonderful smell. You stewed the meat. This may be your greatest contribution to the clutch yet. Let's see. How the Reavers must howl at the loss of their loot. You have done well, Shorewalker. Without the supplies of their finless allies, the war efforts of the Tridents would be slow to a crawl, and the less they're able to antagonize the shore walkers, the better it will be for my people. The officer is dead? Well done. I imagine the Reavers are not accustomed to being the target of a surprise attack. They will need to return to port to recover and regroup. These tattooed Kyrie. The shorewalkers despise them. My people treat them little better than slaves. It is a wonder they act with such It is little wonder they act with such unrestrained cruelty. Well, they're tempered, aren't they? So I imagine it doesn't really matter how they feel about it. Alright, now we're gonna go see the kobolds, because if I do 3 kobold quests. Wait, hold on, let me double check this. If I do... No, I only need to do 1 kobold quest in order to get the kobolds to the next level. So let's actually do... let's do Hull's remaining quests as well. Well, I mean, I guess I could... Yeah, it's fine. So we'll do this one as well. Because my goal is to get the fishermen done as quick as we can, because once the fishermen are done, then we can turn our full attention to the kobolds, and once the kobolds are done, we can turn our full attention to the sylphs. Hey, Zachariah! Thanks so much for the YouTube membership, dude. Welcome to the Red Host. Welcome to the Green Name Nation. You know, I hear if you're a green name on YouTube, not only is 2025 guaranteed through a non-legally binding contract to be the best year you've ever had, but you'll also meet the sexiest people you can imagine of your desired partner type, and you will also have a slightly higher chance to win the lottery, and you'll be given the best wet dreams. There you go. All things that I can absolutely promise without a shred of hesitation.
Yotam 9 Sheared. X100. What do you think about giving Ghost a Vampire Count's version of Kath-Ayan/Chorf caravans? I think it would be pretty funny. It's not like his lore is terribly rich to draw from, and he did used to be part of a caravan, and his faction is the caravan.
And his faction is the Caravan of the Blue Roses? I see what you're saying. My response would be, I don't think it would be appropriate. So he was a ferryman, to be not a caravan guy. He was a ferryman. That is not the part of his story I would lean into to make him have a unique experience. I get what you're saying. I get what you're putting down, but I would I would focus on other elements of his story. Unless anime women become real, I'm not being the perfect. So that is the blessing I shall place upon you. That 2025 shall be the year that anime women become real. There you go. And if it doesn't happen, blame Elon Musk for getting involved in bullshit, stupid garbage instead of pouring his billions into what he should have been doing, which is making anime people real. Okay, what is this quest? So is it true that you triumphed over the Siren? Siren. Words cannot express my gratitude. My only regret is that my dear brother could not be here today to hear that our father's death has been avenged. He set sail with his crew 3 years past, you see, and has yet to return to shore. But I hold out hope that his ship shall come sailing into the harbor any day now, and on that day, I shall be the first to share with him the news of your triumph. In the meanwhile, however, we can finally press on with the restoration of Pharaoh Sirius. I must get to work at once. I would be much in your debt if you could inform Master Mimidoa the coast is clear for us to begin. What the fuck? I don't know how this quest has been sitting here for so long. Yeah. I remember the Siren boss at Pharaoh Sirius. I just don't know how I didn't see this quest until just now. Though, I guess to be fair, it is a level 50 quest. You've done it! Sent the bloody Siren screeching and shrieking to the murky depths from which she came. You've done us all a great service today, lad. If you don't mind regaling on Mimido's ears with the tale of the foul wench's last song. What's that? You had to fend off a ghostly crew wearing the sea-sun duds of the Maelstrom men. It's as I feared. The poor lass. Our hook was out to her. Was there 3 years to the day, give or take a moon. A crew of the Maelstrom's finest set sail on a routine patrol, but ain't nothing routine in these parts, and they've not returned to shore. Rumors spread quick like that it was the Siren song which led the vessel to a watery grave. Maelstrom Command jumped to quiet the talk. Ill tidings were already too easy to come by in those days after the calamity, but those of us in the know, we knew, like father, like son. Lad promises old sod you'll spare poor Diamanda the truth. Lass has already suffered more than her fair share. Diamanda! This cannot be. My brother is still alive at sea. The search effort continues. Master Mimido, you yourself have told me the same. Forgive me, Missy. I never meant to deceive. The Maelstrom made me swear a vow, you see, that I'd keep the truth buried deep in... bugger me, vow, and bugger me. Truth is, this scurvy coward just couldn't summon the nerve to tell you the truth, Diamanda. Can you ever forgive a sorry old sod? There's no need for forgiveness, Master Mimidoa, for the true coward is me. In my heart, I have always known. This adventurer's deeds and your words have finally given me the courage to face the truth. I'm a woman grown. The time for clinging to childish dreams is past. I must look to the future. My smithing skills are still wanting, but I will not falter from the task. Pharaoh Sirius will burn bright once more, a beacon of hope in the darkest nights. The fell songs of the sea have claimed their last victim. I shall see to it with my own 2 hands. Yeah, repairing Pharaoh Sirius would be good. Strong words, lass. I trust you'll not forget them when your paws are all blebby and blistery. My hands. Why, I'll clench a hammer with my teeth if need be. Father, brother, do you hear me? Your deaths will not be in vain. I wish I had done this right after the dungeon. I kind of need a synopsis. How does one make a synopsis?
Yotam 9 Sheet, X100. I know it is a lot to ask for, but as a Rekarth fan I kind of want him to have an Imrit/Norska style monster hunts that unlock raw-like monster units. At the very least his redline skills and tech tree should buff non-delf monsters, because otherwise they're not worth using the late game. Okay, so what I will say to Rekarth is I think it is perfectly reasonable to ask that Rekarth should be given a unique skill on his skill tree, somewhere on his skill tree, that buffs all of his beastie creatures faction-wide for all armies. So like just a nice fat buff, make it where it's like all of the beasts that reach level 7 or higher, or they're rank 7 or higher, get some like really powerful buffs so that they're kind of more standardized. I think that is very reasonable. I do not think there's any realistic chance of getting like a mechanic, like a new mechanic added, because the mechanic that he has is perfectly good for what he does. And he's like a very solid, strong character. Yeah, so that is something that I think could be done. Would be, getting it to where he gets access, or he buffs them faction-wide through a skill. I think that is very reasonable. I don't think he should have monster hunts though. I think that goes a little too far. Zechariah. The oh my lord. So the way that so what we're doing right now is we're doing Beast Tribe quests. So this game is Titanic
Like, it's not big. It is titanic in size. And we finished the base game, and we are now in the first expansion. But at the start of every stream, I have been going back to the base game to do the in-game content from the base game. So basically, the way that I would suggest what's been going on here is that there are a bunch of these creatures that are known as the Beast Tribes, who the vast majority of whom are not friendly, are very, very angry creatures that serve these really terrifying gods known as primals. And you can kind of think of the primals as like Final Fantasy's version of chaos gods that are summoned in by the various beast tribes to help them get vengeance or power or whatever may be going on. Some of them are summoned for good reasons, some of them are summoned for bad reasons, but summoning one never ends well. It never ends well. Summoning them is a bad idea. But a lot of these creatures have gotten very, very desperate, and there's this group of really, really evil things that have been influencing them, called the Ascians. And the Ascians basically come to these guys and are like, hey, you should totally summon these horrible god things called primals. And unfortunately, a lot of them listen. Now, for each of the beast tribes, which a beast tribe is like a race. So these are the kobolds. They are a beast tribe. There is also things like the Sahagin, who we were talking to earlier, which are like fishmen. There are the sylphs, which are like little fairy things made out of plant matter. There's the Amalja, which are these big lizard man dudes. And there was the Ixali, who are these bird-like guys. Though they're not really bird-like. People call them birdmen, but they're mostly like they're lizardmen with like feathers coming off their arms. Because they used to be bird people, but they kind of degenerated over time. But anyway, so there are offshoots of each of the beast tribes that are friendly. Like they are outcasts, or more peaceful, or they have various issues with the core elements of their tribes. And we have quest lines where every day we can go hang out with them and help them with all sorts of various things. In exchange for helping them, we build up friendship with them. And here, and you can see here, this is my reputation for a Realm Reborn, which was the base game, for societal relations. So I've maxed out the Amalja, so I'm trusted with them. I maxed out the Ixchel, so I'm sworn with them, because the Ixchel were a crafting storyline instead of a combat storyline. So you got all the way up to rank 7 instead of only rank 4. So the Sahagin, we're at rank 3. So we're almost done with the Sahagin. Once we get the Sahagin to rank 4, we do their finale quest and we're done. The Kobolds, we're still in the basic bitch rank 1, but we just finished rank 1, so we're about to do a story quest that'll get us to rank 2. And the Sylphs, we have a long way to go on Sylphs. So I do this at the start of every stream as we're just advancing the storylines. And once we get all of these guys up to the max, apparently that will unlock one final quest where it all kind of like ties together, and then we're done. But I am currently in the first expansion for the main story quest. I am currently in the first expansion. And for the first expansion, which is called Heavensward, we have been meeting some of the other beast tribes. And once we get to the end of the expansion, which I don't think I'm very close to the end, but once we get to the end of Heavensward, we will unlock societal relations with those beast tribes. So that will be the next wave of these that we'll do. And the ones we've met so far are the Vanu, or the Vanu, which the Vanu are owl people, so they're these big owl dudes. And we've also met the Nath, and the Nath are little ant people that have guns. So yeah, we're moving along. Anyway, so let's see what this story has for us. So we're doing the first big friendship quest for the kobolds. So we're speaking to 789th Order Pickman Gigu.
Oh, adventurer, do honor me with your company for a moment. Yes, yes, let us speak for a while. You have been an absolute godsend to our order. A savior, a saint, a godsend.
These guys are literally just Skaven.
Our burrows have been overflowing with ore since you arrived. Yes, yes, full to the brim. At this pace, a moon from now, you may be speaking to, dare I dream, 788th Order Pikmin Gigu.
These guys are kind of hilarious because basically the kobolds, they have a bunch of ranks, and the higher your number in the rank, the better they, like, the more goodies they are, the more powerful they are and everything. But these guys suck. These are the bottom of the barrel kobolds. So they're ranked 789th, which is the absolute worst. So that's why they're friends with us, because they're complete outcasts from their society, because they have the shittiest possible rank in existence. And they are hoping with our help that they will go up in ranks. But we are also using this to our benefit, because by helping them, they like us a lot more, and this could potentially broker peace between the races.
We shall be the butt of Kobold society no more. No, no, never again. Keep up the diligent work, adventurer.
Can a kobold get any more pathetic? And this is the lady from the human, or like good guy culture that we're in, which is the Maelstrom. She is our liaison to the main faction that owns Lenosha, and so she's the representative of our bosses, so to speak. Maybe if you got off your arse and helped Dalkarius for once, you could dream a little bit bigger.
But surely you know the old kobold saying, yes, yes, slow and steady.
Bah, enough of your blathering. Dalkarius, you must come with me quickly. Why, you say? I'll tell you why. Camp Overlook is under attack by the nastiest order kobolds I ever laid eyes on. And that's not the least of it. Word as they've got some newfangled weapon that's got Commander Bloyden and his men tearing their beers out. I'm off to join the defense. We can count on ye as well, eh, Dalkarius?
A kobold attack! How terrifying! Frightful! Horrifying! Terrifying! What is it that anchors them so? Yes, yes, I wonder.
And there is so much goddamn content in this game. But, alright, here comes the meme. Here comes the meme. But, if you're watching this and you're like, wow, this looks really, really interesting, I have two things I need to tell you. First, did you know that you can play Final Fantasy for free? It's true. You can play a truly staggering amount of hours of this game for free, just to try it out. You don't have to do jack shit. You can just play the game once you download it. It's that easy. Second of all, and not part of the meme, is that we have a very, very small group of kind of friends, so that I would like to see get bigger, because not that many people show up to our Final Fantasy stream, so we're just kind of like an isolated little squad. So if you do end up picking up the game, you should join what's called our link shell, and someone in chat can probably explain how to join it, because I will inevitably fuck that up. And if you join our link shell, if you're ever doing content, you're like, hey guys, I need help with this thing, or I have a question, we will help you, and we will like hang out with you and stuff, and you can chat with me while I'm streaming. Because I don't read off the chat that's here in the bottom left, but like I'm paying attention to it, so I see people chatting, and if you do join our squad, and you ever need help or whatever, you just want to hang out, I watch it and I respond to it, even though I don't necessarily say anything on stream. Alright, so we see there's some kind of... the only thing is that when you install the game and it asks what data center you want to be on, what crystal data center you want to be on, or sorry, when it asks which data center you wish to be on, pick the crystal data server, data center. So data centers are like the big grouping, so you would need to pick, crystal. And then if you want to be on the same server that I'm on, or the same world, you would go to Goblin. But you can go to any of them, just make sure you're in Crystal. Oh, Link Shells cannot join Oh, free accounts can't join link shells? That's dumb. But just join Crystal, play the game. You can add us as friends. Just do that. Fine, you can add us as friends. There you are, Dalkarius. We drove the buggers off, but I fear that damage had already been done. Saw the Kobold's new weapon with my own eyes, I did. A right vicious burrito bomb that could blow a good-sized vessel out of the water. The sheer hate of the beastman's eyes got me to wondering. What do you reckon this is somehow our fault, Dalkarius? No sooner did we start lending our strength to Giku and his sorry lot than Camp Averlook suffers its worst kobold assault in years. Aye, call it me mariner's intrusion, but I'd wager a pirate's booty that Zoga is at the helm of all this. I must remain behind and tend to me comrades. I ask of ye, Dalkarius, return to Giku and see if my suspicions are true. Yeah, Gigu did definitely seem to absolutely know. He was like, oh, you're under attack? How terrible. I don't... Man, how could that have happened? That's terrible. So he definitely knows what's going on. Alex says, there's a ton of free restrictions, but if someone who pays monthly for a full account wants to form a group with free players, they can invite free players, no problem. Free players cannot invite back. Oh, it's to counter bots and gold spammers. Interesting. So we can invite free players, but free players cannot invite us. I see.
Great lasses, your camp suffered? This is a pity, a shame, a crime, a pity. Good thing it was not us. Yes, yes, we are lucky indeed. A secret new weapon? Such rumors have come our way before. Yes, yes. One of our acolytes overheard Zogar speaking of just such a thing. You should think about? Yes, yes. You must go to Bargo. But I warn you, he is an odd one. Curious, eccentric, odd.
My nose is so congested right now. That's the problem with all this goddamn cold weather. It makes my nose shrivel up. I may end up having to take a nasal spray here in a minute.
Bargo has been awaiting you. Expecting, anticipating, awaiting. Zogar's furnace is firing and you seek Bargo's aid. Yes, yes, you do. Zogar's furnace spits out bombs of prodigious power. Brilliant bombs. Breathtaking, beautiful, brilliant. And Bargo is an old friend of Zogar. Yes, yes, old friends we are. But Bargo will help you. Yes, yes, he will. Why? Because Bargo enjoys nothing more than watching things go kaboom, kablam, kapow, kaboom. Ha 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 ha. Bargo knows the way to the 13th Order's workshop deep in the bowels of Gamaro. Yes, yes. Bargo knows of a hidden passage. Secret, secluded, hidden. The passage is guarded closely. Guarded day, night and day. And Bargo has friends in high places. Yes, yes, he does. Bargo will gather his lovelies, his beauties, his dears, his lovelies. You will go ahead to Northern Iron Lake. Seek out one Gazi. Yes, yes, you will.
This guy is hilarious. Vago is probably my favorite dude you interact with for the kobolds, because most of the kobolds are like, yeah, we're kind of good guys, like we're a little down on our luck. And then you meet Vago and he's just like a fucking whatever. He's whatever the bomb equivalent of like a pyromaniac is. Like that guy just loves blowing shit up, and he just happens to be on our side. But he does not care who we're blowing up as long as somebody's getting blown up. Bro does not give a fuck.
Shush! Last time someone woke Zoka from his beauty rest, he had the offender mine an entire orbe with his fingernails. Yuns wouldn't want that to happen. No, 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 no! Bako told me to expect Yuns's. Zoka's workshop is on the other side of this exhaust pipe. Yuns will go quickly, quietly, soundlessly, silently, quiet, that sort of thing. And tell no one that eyes open the door. Yuns listening?
Living Legend. Sorry if this is a bummer, Sotek, but I did want to say you've been invaluable help streaming this week, keeping me sane through the move. It's been a 4-bedroom house and a garage full of clutter, and it's just been me and my parents who both have bad health conditions. Tomorrow the owners are doing a walkthrough, and we're still a few days away from being out completely, but I'm not worried because your stream keeps me happy. That's not a bummer, dude. And plus, I'm not... Okay, so I am not a streamer. I know there are some streamers like this, but I am not a streamer that will get upset if you're like, y'all are having a rough day, and you're like, dude, my day fucking sucks. I would like to vent for just a moment. That's totally cool. I welcome it here. I am sorry you're having to deal with that. I know the struggle of having to take care of folks with health problems and how frustrating that can be. I do hope you're taking care of yourself and making sure to do everything in your power to not lose your mind, but I'm glad the streams can provide you some comfort, and that makes me extra happy that we've been able to do daily streams. So I hope that's all happening, and yeah. Well, Bago's down here.
Bago has come. His lovelies with them. Yes, yes, we have arrived. And yet, what is this? Bago hears Zoga's lackey scurrying about. Bago's lovelies are trembling in fear, shivering, shaking, trembling. This will not do. No, no, it will not. You must go to Zoga's men before we have our fight. Yes, yes, you must.
Yeah, the Beast Tribe quests have honestly been super fun. The suckiest thing about the Beast Tribes is that it takes so many days. Because you can only do a certain amount of quests per day. So, like, it takes a really long time to advance their stories because you have to do dailies for, like, weeks. Even though I do very much enjoy them. Like, they have very fun stories. Plus, I got to meet one of my favorite waifus in the game through the Amalja quest line. Fucking Lunga, dude. She's hot as fuck, and she's basically Princess Mononoke in this game. If I could wife NPCs, she would be like top tier on my list right now.
Are you ready, my lovelies? Yes, yes, you are. Take them, gently place them in the furnace.
What do you think about giving the Hraesvelgr a skill that buffs Soul Grinders as a nod to the Realms of Chaos campaign?
Oh, hold up.
Ah, nothing like the smell of a burnt-out furnace in the morning. Or was it the evening? Does it even matter? No, no, it does not. Bago cannot bear to be parted from his lovelies any longer. His heart weeps, cries, sobs, weeps. Yes, yes, we must leave as we came.
Yeah, this thing's about to blow the fuck up. What do I think about getting Be'lakor a skill that buffs Soul Grinders and nod to the Realm Chaos campaign? How about I counter your bits, by the way, thank you very much, and say that Be'lakor should be completely changed to be a Demons of Chaos character, but do I think that he should have a skill in his Demons of Chaos campaign to where he buffs all Soul Grinders? Yes, 100% absolutely.
This is the way to the surface. Bago will return to his lovelies. Yes, yes, he will.
Heavensward and onward, the Beast Tribes you do are far easier and less painful since you just do 3 quests per faction each day and it's predetermined progress in a sense. Oh, that's nice, instead of like filling up a super obnoxiously giant meter. Living Legend's just been so much shit, but I gotta get it done. It's just my life and luck, I guess. Yeah, but hey, you know what? The most important lesson you can learn in life, Living Legend, is this too shall pass. Eventually, you won't have to be dealing with this shit. That, you know, that's not to say that you should ignore it or not make sure to get it done, but eventually things will calm down and you'll be in a different place in life. And that will be nothing but a memory, you know?
Are my ears to be believed, adventurer? Zoga's furnace sputters. Fizzle, smoke sputters. This is you and Bago's doing. Yes, yes, it is.
Brilliant work, Dakaris. With the source of ammunition knocked out out of commission, I reckon the 13th Order won't be coming back to wreak havoc on Camp Overlook anytime soon. But we've only just begun to fight. I will not rest until Zoga and his lick spittles have been driven from Okamoro entirely. Who's with me?
Yigo, have you gone mad? Balmy, mad? Uh-oh. B, what a lovely surprise! Pleasure, delight, surprise!
Who's this now?
Oh, my beloved Bibi! How I have longed, yearned, pinned, longed to look upon your delicate whiskers, your dainty paws! Yigo, you and your friends sabotage Zoga's price furnace, yes! You cannot fool me. No, no, I can see it in your eyes.
Aye, the girl's a sharp one.
Zoga is on a rampage, a fury, a frenzy, a rampage. He says he'll find the culprit and toss him into a vat of acid. He will kill you, Zoga. Yes, yes, he will. But I'm too young to die. Yes, yes, I am. Then you must abandon this madness and flee this place. Run, quickly, flee. Yes, I think I will. It was nice knowing you all. Goodbye, good luck, farewell.
God, are you out of your bloody mind? You've come this far and you're just going to leave your comrades behind? Take one cowardly step and I'll skewer you where you stand.
Yes, of course. I will stand and do battle. Clash, brawl, battle. You have not changed one bit, Giggle. No, you are as weak and wishy-washy as ever. You need not make up your own mind.
I love Gigu.
You are right, BB. Yes, you are. I will fight and then run. No, run and then fight. I've seen enough of this. Yes, I'm through with you. Do what you want. Do it alone. Abandoned, unaccompanied, alone. Wait, BB. No, you must not go. Oh dear, I'm in trouble now.
Skaven with marital problems. I did not know I needed that, but I did need that. We are now recognized with the 789th Order. Fortune favors the Kobold. Alright. That's all the society quests we can do today. How are we doing on elegant tombstones? We have 320. That might be enough for the last piece of armor I need. I can't remember if it's 345 or if it's 315. Because the only piece of armor I still need is the boots. Let's see. It's damn it, it's 345. Okay. We need 25 more elegant tombstones, and I will be done with this armor set, which will be very nice. Okay. That is all of our dailies. Yes, we are done with dailies. Okay, I'm gonna go get my nasal spray. Oh wait, it's right here. Look at me being all smart. Man, if you're ever having like super congested nostrils, tropium bromide is like the shit. The only thing is you have to use it very sparingly. Like you can't use it daily. You have to use it like only every once in a blue moon, like once every like 3 or 4 days. Don't use it daily because you can get addicted. Not addicted, but dependent on it. Like your body will like expect it. So you have to use it rarely. But goddamn, is it good shit. It just opens you right up and you're like, oh, I can breathe. Okay, I can't believe we ran out of Garland pizza. Truly, we are in a new age. Alright, let's... I've got some gear that I need to pull. I need to extract material. God damn it, Criblo, in the fucking middle of something. Happiness juice? That just sounds like... That sounds moderately illegal is what that sounds like. Let's extract materia. Addiction to nose spray is not something I would hear. The human body is really fucking stupid, which is really unfortunate. Because the issue with the human body is that if you ever have any kind of substance that you take, not like a genuinely dangerous drug, but like a casual medical substance that you can get over the counter very easily in order to deal with specific little things, like, you know, like Tylenol or... Well, actually, no, that's a perfect example. Like certain kinds of pain medication or things that open up your sinuses and stuff like that so you can breathe. You can't just take it every day like you would in a perfect world, because if you take it daily, your body goes, oh, okay, like this is a normal part of my system now. So I'm just gonna assume I will always get this, and I'm gonna adjust myself as if I was getting this daily, which means that it no longer helps you because it becomes like a whole different thing, and it's infuriating. All right. With that, it is time to continue the main story. If I can remember where the fuck we're going. We're going to the Turning Mist. That's where we're going. So we are on the warpath to go find Hresvaglr. Have I done the New Year event? Oh yeah, I did it like the day it came out. Yeah, we'll come across that as we go. Oh! Bah! He's gone, Delcarius. We must widen our search. Oh, right. We're searching for a... That's right. We saw a Moogle. Some all. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong in my stream title. I think I said all some, not some all. Well, that makes me look like an idiot. Cool. Awesome. Great. We did see a Moogle, didn't we? Where could he have gone? A Moogle, did you say? I'm unfamiliar with the breed, but I shall search for one nonetheless. I don't think Estinian can even see Moogles, can he? I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Perhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in a breeze. I've heard tales of these Moogles, but it's the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. There's no sign of the Moogle in the area. I'm always kind of stunned when people don't know about medication dependence or how long to take medication. It's just been a regular part of my life since childhood. My mom has fibromyalgia. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of it because it may never come up, you know? It's one of those things like, if no one ever tells you about it and you never experience it, why would you know about it? You know, it's not something that just pops into your brain. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Confound it! Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I am certain Hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Needhogs with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Sohl, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try. Yet I fear the influence of Needhog's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Alcarius, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Moogle Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Needhog senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed on this direction. I'm going to do what I can to hold his gaze in the hope that it may delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Austinian. Come then, Alcarius, let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Novv's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There's an aetherite of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. How come we don't see black orcs on boars or other mounts? They're too heavy is generally the explanation. Like, they wear so much, like, heavy, cold-forged, like, just heavy fucking iron armor. And they're so fucking big that most creatures don't seem capable of carrying them. That being said, I think if I go back to tabletop rules... Hold on a second. I am looking at my curiosity. I believe you could take the character versions on pretty much anything. Yeah, the character versions can ride on all the typical mounts. But the generic Black Orcs also don't really have a culture around animal husbandry. Black Orcs are purely focused on combat. It is the only thing they care about, is finding war and fighting. So they don't tend to do the things they would need to do in order to have a culture around having a lot of creatures. And then the game sound is a little loud. Okay, I will turn it down just a smidge. So there is... they just don't tend to have the stuff they would need in order to have lots and lots of boars to ride on. But with your big bosses and your war bosses, obviously they can find the most exceptional steeds that are capable of carrying them. Such as, like, a boar, but it has to be a big boar. I sincerely hope you have taken Master Alphino's advice concerning the aetherite. You do not wish to miss the sport if Needhog to deign to visit us in your absence. Oh, Estinian, you warmongering bitch. Alright, supposedly there is a aetherite current. It's very close to the east. Let's go track this down real quick. There it is. Nice. Alright. To Gridania! Just got back in from shoveling and remembered your plight. How fares your snow apocalypse? Oh, it's fine. It's not that bad. Bro, look at this guy's armor. It looks like it's trying to eat him. That is a bad... What armor set is this? Oh, well, he's gone now, but that was that dude was fucking sick. Will Queek come out this year? Yes. I feel pretty fucking confident saying it'll be this year. Oh, hello. That was an old feast armor reward? I don't know what that means, but okay. What's after Queek? Scarsnake. Actually, no, that's not true. When Scarsnake... That's not true, no. When Scarsnake... when Queek comes out, the next lore video will actually be the full history of Carrick 8 Peaks. Which, I have all the notes for that video laying off on my second screen on a sticky note, so that one I've done most of the research for already. After the full history of Carrick 8 Peaks, then would be the Queek video, or Scarsnake video. I sent word to the elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report she's agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the 12's Moogles, it is she. We're expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer, stationed at its entrance. Yeah, we've been here a billion fucking times. Alright, let's go talk to Mom! Mom! I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less a relief to see you safe and hail with mine own eyes. Man, we haven't seen Kan-E-Senna for fucking ever. We haven't seen her in a really long time. We humbly thank you for agreeing to meet with us, to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings, Elder Seedseer. And we would beg your wisdom in a matter that finally... Fuck me. There we go. We would finally beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Kan-E-Senna is not a lolly. She is plenty large. She is surrounded by very big people, but she is plenty tall. She's taller than Alphino. She is not a lolly. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists. Kupo! I say Kupo! They show up fucking on cue. Little bastards. Greetings, Kuplo Koop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Connie, and I am jolly glad I did. Tell me more of these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young. They say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Moogle Mog XII. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more.
Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me.
I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us then.
Oh no, I don't dislike the Moogles. They're hypothetically like adorable and annoying, but like it balances out. Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Tozwood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins.
If you will have me...
Oh my god, Kan-E-Senna is coming?
If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania.
I am genuinely shocked Mom is coming with us. See, this is why Elder Seedseer is the best. All of the other lords are like, nah, we've got our own problems to deal with. Like, good luck out there. But Kan-E-Senna is like, I got your fucking back, my dude. Like, I, the literal boss of this entire region, am gonna come with you because I'm just that goated.
My lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the signs of the seventh dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm.
This is why Kan-E-Senna is the best of the faction leaders. This is why Gridania is based.
Is this not just?
Yeah, you better all shut up.
A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence.
Just bring the bodyguard. We'll be fine. I will say, this would be a really bad time for Needhog to show up. It would be really, really fucking bad if we took the Elder Seedseer with us and Needhog decides now is the time he's going to attack.
Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Sohl. It being a path I have already trodden, I don't expect any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us.
You got it. I would give my life to protect Mom. Sign, each expansion has key art used for promotion. I just DM'd you the one for Heaven's Word. Interrupting the stream, more like. That is nice art. That is indeed very pretty art. I always forget John Final Fantasy, because every time I see him, I'm like, oh, what? Who is that guy? And it's like, oh right, that's stand-in generic white man John Fantasy. All right.
Ah, Dalkarius, you have returned. How fared you in Gridania? Better than I hope. Hraesvelgr's whereabouts yet elude me.
Well met, Warrior of Light. Needhog has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking.
The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call. And there is naught to do but wait.
There they are here, Dalkarius.
Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravanians. It would seem the dragons have abandoned Sohl for the churning mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I've heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Also, you know, I was a dragoon for A Realm Reborn, in case anyone's forgot. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have decided upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. I love that she could just sense them. Oh, they're in the big puffball things. This should serve.
The hiding, of course. But there are so many of them, Kupo.
I am Kan-E-Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelves Wood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. She just blasts them with... just shoots a laser. Good old Kuplo.
Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo.
Here they come.
Oh, they've got a big one. I am Moogles, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. The big fucking...
Chieftain Moogles, it is an honor to meet you.
Greetings, I am Kuplo Koop, ambassador of the Twelves Wood Moogles.
A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable.
I might need a moment here, Kupo.
My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. Does tinfoil protect you from the Moogles? Yes.
An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kan-E-Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. The skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hresvaglr, many others crave the opposite, such as Needhog. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, chieftain. Dalkarius here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. He is a champion of the Twelves Wood Moogles, and I'll not hear his good name slandered. Now, ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall of course take your testimony into consideration.
If I may, chieftain, there is little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other?
An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you,
I extend to you the hospitality of Moogles. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Yeah, I'm betting this is like a direct descendant of King Mooglemaug the 12th. Either that or he was friends with him. Yo, would you be interested in joining a chill-free company full of awesome people? Because we're looking for new friends. I'll send an invite if you're interested. Do we know one another? Spam ad? That's what I figured. I'm not gonna answer that, actually. If he is true, if he is a real person, then show up in my Twitch or YouTube chat. Tell me, and the world below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplo Cup called you again? Dalcarius. No names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Mogon, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who will administer the monumentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth.
Scion of the Emperor not counted.
Who's your favorite Scion? Remind me what the Scions are? I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials. We shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Oh, they got like cool little swords. Alright, let's go talk to his advisors. Hello, yes, I am Mogan, the most foremost alchemist in Malcolm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy, or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or, if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes. Go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Isle Tome. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers. Look at Moglu. Are you surprised to see such a fierce-looking Moogle, Kupo? The Palm Guard must have been Chieftain Mogland and all of Markholm. Mind your manners in front of the chieftain, and don't make him repeat himself. There are less I don't think these guys are quite as. I think he's about as big as the Mogs, the Mogs Guard or whatever they're called, that we had to fight during King Mooglemaug's the 12th battle. I mean, King Mooglemaug is fucking huge. How exciting to have relatives in the clouds. Yeah, I can imagine. So exceedingly fluffy. Yeah. Iceheart's just having a grand old time. Oh, Scion the 7 Dawn members. Damn it. Yeah, I always forget. My favorite Scion companion is probably oh my god, I haven't seen her in so long because we took like several months break between A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word. Oh god, Cat Lady. The one that's like super fucking blunt about everything. I adore her very much. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. The one that helped us fight Titan. Yustola, yeah. Yustola is my favorite Scion member. Yeah, Yustola is like S tier. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon. Kupo, it isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these arduent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Just as their cousins in the Twelves would, these Mogholm Moogles excel in manipulation of ether. There are few who could detect them if they chose not to be detected. Oh, the elder seats here my life. My duty to protect her surpasses all other concerns. Warrior of Light, we've not spoken since the trouble with good King Moogle Mog, and I would offer my apologies. Had I not been bound by my duty to protect the elder seats here, I would have stood with you against your accusers in Ul'dah. Hello, Mogwin.
Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache could not have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. The Fury take these ridiculous flying rodents. Of course Estinian would be such a dick to just fucking like hate them. Like I ironically dislike the Moogles. I actually adore them, but I ironically dislike them. Estinian is so fucking edgy, he just fucking hates them. I did not expect our travels to bring us to a Moogle village. Wonder if a similar settlement exists somewhere within the Twelveswood. You think? I have one of the most important and difficult jobs in Mogholm. Watering the flowers, Kupo. You can't put too much and you can't put too little. Truly it is an art form. Does Moonbreeda count? Moonbreeda was awesome, but to be fair, she kind of came and went really fast. I really liked her character, but we didn't get like nearly as much time with her. Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Of course, he would be the artist that everybody just despises his art. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day! If I am the swifter in finding it, I would soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? Oh no! Great, now all the other guys are going to start looking for it. I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Somal Summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Alright, let's go find some goodies. Oh wait, this one is down? Oh, that's right, we have to talk to Mogwin again. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? You probably left it upstairs. Yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Aha! The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer. Retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Castraded! Have a good night, dude. Thanks for coming by. Get some good rest. What is that? Oh, this is a lookout thing. No! No! God damn it. Oh my god. Fine, whatever. I didn't want to get up there. What stupid bullshit.
Oh, I went in back the way I went out. What are these? Sancchini. They're like little floating plants. I like how someone's question in chat about my favorite Scion has initiated a massive argument in the link shell about whether or not Moonbreed counts as a Scion. Nerd arguments never change, guys. Never change. Good grief, that's a lot of angry dinosaurs. Haven't played Mount and Blade Bannerlord. No, but I've heard a lot about it. Thought I saw another thing around here. Where is that last piece of Cloud's Breath? Where the devil is it? It should be a very obvious, brightly glowing patch on the ground. But I'm not seeing anything. If I could fly, this would be easier. It must be up on this cliff. There it is. A little difficult to get up this hill. Is there lore beers this Sunday? I think so, but I haven't heard from Andy in a few days. I'm getting kind of worried, to be honest. I need to go up? I don't see an obvious way up here, so maybe I can go up the other way. Yeah, let's go up that way. Yeah, I've heard very good things about the Warhammer mod. It is on my to-do list. Though, to be fair, it is a very long to-do list. It'd be so funny if his pebble was one of these, like, giant floating rocks. There it is. Alright, we've completed the trials of trustworthiness. Now I can just fall to my death here. What? It won't let me. Oh, there we go. It's like, crunch. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees? Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating, Kobold. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Bro's just trying to fucking eat him, and he's like, man, they want me so bad. I would imagine one of these guys, after we do this section, will give us an ether current quest. You have it, Kupo. It's my masterpiece safe. An ordinary rock awash with extraordinary color. What that color represents, however, you cannot discern from any angle. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moogles will hear of this valorous deed. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's breath? You need it quite urgently, you know. Lack of imagination has led to most white flowers found growing in the skybound regions of Dravania and Abalathia be named after clouds, this light-petaled specimen being no exception. Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? If you ever feel your palm losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. Now, Carius, if this is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Mogan, Mogmog, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of your character, I closely observed your conduct as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Yep, there it is. Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Hropkins have been attacking any who goes near them, Kupo. If you were kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me time for a dip in the waters. Bro needs a bath. Honestly, fair. Are these trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Dakaris does have a very droopy palm. How go your trials, Warrior of Light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did their chieftain not wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seems entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle of Eld who also favored such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Caracal lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Dalkarius. I like not this place. Loremaster, I dreamt we were playing a head-to-head campaign. Oh, how'd it go? What? Were you winning, son? Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mughal XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with each passing moment, I've become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. What sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness. Dakaris! I was... No matter, what is it? Chieftain Moogles has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting then. I love that his Sail is just like fucking in love with the Moogles. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moogles has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I better flutter over there and see him. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. I like how he just outright admits it. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. After all, you were, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all these tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo. This is why I hate Moogles. Oh dear, the horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't been perhaps treating it with the care it deserves of late. And I think Morgan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing, straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have the chance to plead our case with Hraesvelgr. Very possibly, yes. But I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. Does Hraesvelgr just fucking hate Moogles? Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we've squandered enough time already. She fucking hates Estinians so much. Man, those two would have, like, the best hate fucks, just saying. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your generous hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mogholm your home amongst the clouds. Moogles.
Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would have ever found the time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. The chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaining. Things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one that sat on the horn, by the way. But now the errands are done, the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Well, I expect your ego to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you are ready to depart.
It'll not be long now, Hresvaglr. Through our labors, new friendships have blossomed. For this we must give thanks.
I cannot wait to tell my kinsmoogle and the Twelveswood all about this place. They will be beside themselves with envy, Kupo.
They had the Elder Seedseer scrubbing and sweeping.
The Elder Seedseer!
Never imagined my duties would include tidying up fallen leaves in a Moogle village beyond the clouds. Where's Estinian? I want to see him being all mauled about this. Oh, I don't see him anywhere.
He might have already fucked off.
To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith. And I believe that the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Alphino, Dalcarius, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. It was your presence, Kuplo Koop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood. We are exceedingly glad that you did.
It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home.
And it is to our home we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Hraesvelgr awaits.
Boss wants to talk to me.
Warrior of light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen.
Yeah, Estinian. I'm very glad we did the Dragoon storyline, so we know Estinian well. But knowing as much as we do about the Eye of Needhog and like what the Eye does, I am quite glad. Is this somebody in chat or is this just like a random person? But I am genuinely convinced that Estinian's gonna lose himself to Needhog's Eye by the end of this storyline. Because for those that don't know, the Needhog's Eye does like corruption, essentially. Like it gives him a lot of power and allows him to like hear the thoughts of the dragons and stuff. But it really fucks with like dragoons can lose themselves to the draconic aspects
of their power, and they can go like fucking crazy. And Needhog's whole thing is that he's just the angriest motherfucking dragon in existence, and we're just making him angrier and angrier the closer we get. So I'm really expecting that Estinian's gonna lose himself, but we'll see what happens. Enough talk! Let us leave this reservoir place behind us. We have tarried over long. Let us forge ahead as swiftly as we may, lest Ishgard bear the brunt of the Horde's fury. The closer we come to Hresvaglr, the higher my spirits rise. But is it I who am elevated, or Saint Shiva? Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Muglin has already explained, the shiny instrument we gave to you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make our way for our saw. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Oh, do you have another ether quest for me? Another ether quest! You are thinking of heading toward the Saw, are you? Best watch yourself if you are. Archaeosaurs stalk the roads looking for an easy meal. Only someone could drive them away, Kupo. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay 3 of its Archaeosaurs and open the road back up for Moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, don't let Mogmont and Asa know. Oh, I gotta head this way anyway. Blah. Those are some big old boys. Good grief. I guess Valorant is at the same place in the story that I am. Or Valoran. But Valorant appears to be a Dragoon? I just switched to something. Actually, before I wander off this way, I think I'm gonna go grab the Bathing Bully real quick, which is off... I need to go over here. I'm gonna go grab the Ether quest that's over this way. Oh, that is not the way up here. How do I get... Is there... I don't think there's a way up over here, is there? Do I think I have to go back and go up. Because I wanna go up here and grab this real quick. Which means we need to go up. It's so fucking cold. I got up here earlier. There we go. Just gotta Skyrim it. When in doubt, spam jump. cool tree. Oof. Self heal a little bit. Oh, these guys are like big fish dudes, but they're in the clouds, which is a little weird. I just realized my chocobo despawned. These guys are chunky. More fishmen! These are like fish, monstrous infantrymen. Like, look at these big old chungus bellies. There we go. And then we need to go further north. There we go. We have much better knowledge of the landscape now. It's good. I think roadkill is the ether quest. Let me out. There we go. And we're not going to go turn these in yet because it's not going to like immediately grant us ether current access. We'll go turn these in later. We just want to do them real fast. A lot of etherite over here. I think this is etherite. Looks lightning aspected or wind aspected. These things are fucking cool looking. Dragon T-Rex. So do I have to bust out the jacket? It's true. It do be cold. Plus, I like having like air blowing on me at all times. Like I always have a fan on next to me, which obviously makes things a little cooler than it already was. All right, there should be a. Yeah, I was gonna say there should be what do you call it? A little ether current north of us here. Should be very close. Just 100 more yards. Should be right here on the road. Oh, west. There it is. There we go. Next one is southwest, which is perfect, because that's where we're going anyway. So the next one's somewhere around that town. Nice. Alright, on we go. Towards the landlord colony. Anyone else out there enjoying the full attentions of the winter season? Where it's chilly as fuck, or snow and freezing rain and shit. I will say, just while my brain is on it, I do hope that anyone that's out in California is staying safe. It's absolutely terrifying what's going on over there. Fort Worth here, and I heard there was an explosion in Fort Worth earlier today. I didn't read what it was about, but I heard something went kaboom. Should be, dude, you went to work today? What kind of assholes do you work for? Pretty much everybody I knew, like, everybody I knew fucking, like, canceled stuff. New to the game? Oh yeah, I'm a sprout. I'm a little sprout. So I am currently in Heaven's Word. We are on our way to meet Hresvaglr. But I'm a level 60 Dragoon and a level 57 Dark Knight. And then the only other thing that I have relative, I think my leather worker is 50 something. I just want to, there we go. I just wanted to grab that. That fog of war was going to bother me. Sprout means many different things. Yeah, that's fair. Sprout is, to be fair, Sprout is a very useless term. But yes, I'm in the first expansion. We did way too much in A Realm Reborn, so it took me a lot longer to get through it than most people, because I did like a bunch of like relic quests and other crazy shit. So like if I switch to Dragoon, I have the completely finished upgraded Kobold. So I did the full storyline for that, which took a very, very, very long time. But it was worth it. It's a sexy looking weapon. And we also are doing well on our Beast Tribe quest for A Realm Reborn. We finished Amalja, we finished Ixchel, we're almost done with Sahagin, and we're coming along with the other two. Yes, fucking South Shroud. Let's see. Is that someone from below? How did you get past the Archaeosaurs infesting the road? What? Moxley asked you to slay them for him. It's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. We've barely been able to venture outside of Assad without fear of being attacked. Well, thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer, Kubo. Thank you for the ether current, good sir. And there's another ether current up here. So much ether current, I feel spoiled. Should be like one more of these. Yeah, it's way west of here. Okay. Never would I have believed that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Ravenia's not as I imagined it. Do you see the sculpture to the south and west of here? I'm all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. Southwest. Oh, like way over there. Yeah. So that's a fair say, you sell. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I always wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad. They seem worse than usual. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Hooray, more delays. How are we doing on ether stuff here? We have only one more ether current we have to find. And then I've completed 2 of the quests, so I still have to turn 1 in. So we need 3 more ether current quests, though one of them will be main story related. These dragons look fucking sick. Can you get one of these as a mount, chat? The lower Skylords? These guys look fucking fantastic. That is an awesome dragon design. I would love to have one of those as a mount. Killboy, you played back in 1.0? I take it you retired for a while. Fate? Why not? Moogish? Oh, dude, we get to beat up a Moogle? Let's do it! I'm gonna turn on my grit. Pay attention to me, you little shit. Okay, we need to get rid of this thing. This dragon is kind of a bitch. There are other monsters that have the same skeleton? Cool. Someone should figure out how I can get one of those for a mount. Why can I not get this guy's attention? There we go. Nice! Hey, I leveled up! Level 58! Woohoo! And we helped the little baby dragon. I'm pleased with these results. I played on Golem, led a small FC there with the wifey. Nice. You ever thought about coming back? Who could say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp. Now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Hraesvelgr. I must be patient. Oh, you are back. Okay, never mind. The fates make mock of us. He's so close. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must... Oh, wait, that's out now. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Korthus. Clear our minds? Just Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Dalcarius, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We'll have a camp ready by the time you return. I think they're saying the same thing. Oh, Master Alphino's artless quest for firewood is like to get him killed. Suggest you follow after the boy and see no harm comes to him. Okay. Oh my god, he went like far. Alright. Would be, but I'm at work full of night shift. Fair. And I just ran right into a pissed off dragon. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, if anybody knows where I can get like one of these skeleton, like the skeleton of this beastie for a mount, that would be sick. Zechariah, hello. Had some dead bodies to deal with. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, you know, when it's cold out, you know, it's hard to bury all the angry tree. Zechariah, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you played Demon Prince on Total War Warhammer 3? Oh, have I played Demon Prince? Yes, of course. If so, what are your suggestions to improve him? A lot. The demons need to be pretty much reworked from the ground up. Like Be'lakor needs to be moved over to them. But for the Demon Prince himself, the big, how do I say this? How do I say this in a short, concise way? The thing that I would say is that the Demon Prince needs to have less focus for his entire faction on himself, and that needs to be more of a fun mechanic. Because the current problem is that his entire mechanic revolves only around him, which results in a big issue where none of your other... It doesn't jive well with Immortal Empires, because Immortal Empires is about that. It's about building up a big, giant empire that crosses a lot of the map. And the Demon Prince has an issue where he was designed for the Total War Warhammer 3 campaign and nothing else. So the big things are they need... the demons need a tech... Oh, there's Alphno. The demons need a tech tree. They need more incentives for you to run different kinds of armies. They need to have their red tree skills properly fitted so that their red tree skills buff all demons instead of just the ones from their faction, and then they should have specialized skills that allow you to so like the red tree skills need to be updated. Leave the firewood to me. Yeah, sure, like you weren't about to get eaten by angry tree people. I would also say Daniel should be the Demon Prince should be reworked so that there's a drop down menu of options you should choose from of who he is. So the current system I'm not a big fan of because it assumes that Daniel is Prince Yuri, despite the fact he's supposed to be a true Build-A-Bear character. So he is a Kislevite, he's a former Kislevite that has all of the baggage that comes with that. That should be one of his options, where you should be able to make him either, you should be able to make him Prince Yuri, in which case he has a Kislevite background. You should also be able to choose like a Bretonnian background, an Empire background, a Cathayan background, or like a Norskin background, or like a Tribes of Chaos background. That, and make it where he has different voice actors. Like bring in some easy casual voice actors. They don't have to be like the most famous crazy voice actors in the world. This would be a good opportunity to get some new people in who have not had a lot of experience, that are like on YouTube and stuff, and bring in new voices. Bring in some female voice actors. Bring in some women. Make it where the Demon Prince can either be a guy or a girl. You know, make it a true Build-A-Bear. Change the defeat trait so it's something more generic and less Kislev focused. Like, oh, it gives Kislevite diplomacy. That's ridiculous. They should adjust it so that it's more just, oh, you're better against demons or whatever. But I would also completely rework the skill tree. Currently, the Demon Prince has way too many skills on his skill tree, and they all have 3 fucking points, which takes a billion years. They should change that 100%. Is that a Reaper? Oh yeah, that's a level 70 Reaper. What are they doing here? Huh. They were riding a black chocobo, which is a very basic bitch mount. Interesting. I was right. I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alpino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Persephone. Nothing sexier than an Aura goth mommy girl that's nice and short with the name Persephone wielding a scythe. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that hits a lot of the brain chemicals for me. Good chance they level skipped. You can level skip in this game? Voice acting? Maybe. This seems like a voice acting scene. Damn it. Few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Signs, defeat trade. Thank you for the super chat. Defeat trade also builds into that. Yeah, I'm saying that they should do away with that. An undivided demon prince is legit and possible. Not in the Total War verse. Whether undivided demon princes have been a thing, and then they were not a thing, and now they're back to being a thing. Games Workshop has been kind of wishy-washy on that. Originally, you could have undivided demon princes, no problem. Then once we hit a fairly late edition, I think it was 6th edition, they got rid of the undivided demon prince. It was either 6 or 7. And now they've brought him back. And in Age of Sigmar, you're back to being able to have, and the old world by extension, you can have undivided demon princes again. So I am completely fine with having an undivided option because that's back to being a thing. So fine, great, awesome, whatever. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of changes I would do with the demon prince. That's a video thing I need to do, but I've got other stuff I gotta finish first. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to the assail with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charleyan dignitary. Alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. Looks pointedly in Estinian's direction. 'Twas only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? Oh shit, Estinians having character growth? Man, man, he has stubbornly refused to acknowledge any of this shit for the longest time. But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family. No quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will breed only more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hand resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgar's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. A last moment of peace before all hell is probably going to break loose. We must succeed in winning Hraesvelgr to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. I trust you are well rested, Daukarius. Good. We are to parley with Hraesvelgr. We shall each have need of the full complement of our wits. Whenever you are ready, warrior of light, full eager am I to gaze upon this great worm. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies above Zenith, I am sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a tooth on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. I like how he's like, you're gonna die. Bye-bye. Oh, she vanished. Persephone, no! Alright. I wanna grab this little piece of map here. North. Okay, that's the direction I'm gonna head. But I'm gonna activate this little map here. Activate, damn you. I think I'd have to, like, go all the way down there. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that right now. Alright. We got a big old fucking castle to climb. Oh, there's an ether crystal here. Nice! Oh my god, this building is fucking huge, dude. Let's get climbing. Puffy Domo, hello, hello! How are you doing? Very cute emote you have there. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I hope you're staying warm in this cold weather if you're up here in the northern hemisphere. It is cold as fuck where I'm at. It'd be fucking exhausting to walk up a place like this. Oh, an ether current. Hello. Alright, we have all of the ether currents that we have to find. We just need the quest ones now. Quest I am a Dark Knight, which is a greatsword wielding tank class. Alright, this better be a goddamn voice cinematic or I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. Alright, here he comes! Turn it up just a smidge. Oh yeah, it's voiced, though he doesn't speak English. It says, "Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude?" I will not turn on automatic stuff until he starts speaking English. Oh, he has a sick design. That's a big boy.
Hraesvelgr.
Wait, one of his eyes is missing. So, first of all, I will say that if it turns out that this entire fucking time we don't have Needhog's eye, we have Hraesvelgr's eye, that's gonna be fucking nuts. Second of all, the way he speaks reminds me a lot of like the tree god spirit from the Ori and the Blind Forest, which is neat. Third of all, he said, "Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me." Oh, he's waiting to die?
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Can y'all hear okay? Is the audio okay? Before I go any further? Puffy Domo, so excited to follow whatever it is you'll be doing. I love Final Fantasy, but no one's playing the old expansions. Oh, wow, you come to the perfect place. Took us for fucking ever to get through a Realm Reborn, though we had a great time. We had a very good time. Yeah, we're pretty heavily in the meat of Heavensward. Sure is good. Okay, I'm gonna let the
Hraesvelgr.
Just go.
Do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal. So, every time he yells, I'm gonna pause it so I can tell y'all what he said, in case anyone's, like, listening but not watching.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? One thing that's kind of interesting about Ysael saying that is that, in my experience, the primals are not actually the person that they masquerade as. They're like a manifestation of an interpretation of that person. So I don't know if what Ysael says would be accurate. I would think it's not accurate, that who she summoned is not actually Shiva, it's just her thought on who Shiva is. That the secrets of her heart are thine to know. Yeah, I can understand why he'd be pissed. That's a hell of an accusation.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Ugh, this is not gonna go well. I feel like this is not gonna go well at all. That is a damning thing to say to him. Gullible fool, the light but illuminated the past for thee, it did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva, 'tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. Yeah, okay, so that's what we were talking about just a second ago.
I'm for is mi an il ankin lisnesk nedidranan eskia ankin nesh ikin monesh.
In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Okay, so I'm assuming he's talking about Bahamut. Would he? I assume he would be related to Bahamut. But that being said, at least he understands it, so hopefully he won't be that pissed at what she just said. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Yeah, it's not Shiva, hun. Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. You say, like, you could have just asked us about this and we would have told you. Like, we're aware of this information. Hraesvelgr, you're cringe, woman! You're cringe! Oh, Lord. The facial animations are way better looking in this expansion than they were in A Realm Reborn.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far.
Wanna know where his fucking eye is, dude?
We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speakest to me of peace. And he just looks exhausted. Oh, he is a... Right? I feel like someone could give me an animation right now of Hresvaglr, like, picking up a bat that just says Echo on it, and he is about to bash the shit out of my character. He is about to take the Echo bat and just smash Dalgaris' skull in. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. Alright, here we go.
Esk ein I sol ul an, dran il ul esk afashi.
1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation.
Fia ein kinu, losken stari strari dran, lar hesnesh.
2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. Twas out of the selfish desire to possess the strength that King Thordan then conspire to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. Whoa. King Thordan? Not Archbishop Thornton? Okay, so I take it then that the Holy See uses the Catholic Pope system, where if someone becomes Archbishop, they become Archbishop Thornton. So it's not, his name wasn't always Thornton. They become Thornton, which would mean that Archbishop Thornton the Seventh is the one we're dealing with now. We'll take their name from this guy. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister Ratatoskr into an ambush, and took from her that which he craved. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elezen allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Fuck me, okay. Wow, Elezen's going real fucking bastard mode. So they didn't just rip out her eye and use it like the Dragoons have done to Needhog, but they ate them? Ugh. I would not actually be that. I wonder what that did to them. Because, like, if drinking dragon blood turns you into one of those fucking sexy, awesome, kick-ass dragon people, very fucked up dragon people, but they look badass, then what the fuck would eating a dragon eye do to you? Yeah, that is not all, for from their bloody banquet, the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Also, I wonder, I'm sure this may be revealed later, but I'm curious if Archbishop Thornton VII is just a guy that got elected to become Archbishop, and he is the 7th Archbishop since the time of King Thornton, or if it's a lineage system. So if Archbishop Thornton VII is a direct descendant, and therefore like a great grandson of King Thornton I. Needhog. By the way, I fucking love this presentation. The fucking like Scandinavian style art on wood print. Mwah, beautiful. Needhog was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies hungry for vengeance. Also, we see here in this art King Thornton's sword with the eye. Like, we heard Archbishop Thornton talking about, like, the Holy Blade as, like, his like, fucking go-to. Oh, actually, okay, a whole bunch of shit just connected in my brain. Hold on. So, the last cutscene that we saw with Archbishop Thornton, he was talking about a holy weapon. And I would guess that the holy weapon is a dragon eye, or has something to do with the dragon eye. I don't know if it's Ratatoskr's eye, or it could be Hraesvelgr's eye. But he was talking to the leader of his, the knights. He was talking to the leader of his little, like, the like, papal knights, like the holy super kick-ass knights. He was talking to their boss, and then the camera cut so we could only see Thornton. And when the captain responded, his voice changed. Like, his voice got, like, way lower. So that definitely means that soldier has the ability to transform. Like, that soldier has either consumed dragon blood, or he's eaten a dragon eye, or he has some method of transforming. Is what I just realized that probably is telling us. But we'll have to see. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Okay, so King Thordan is dead, allegedly. But seems like, okay, so King Thordan's dead. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget. I even should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust. Okay, I mean, this is pretty much going along with what I thought this was gonna, like, when we talked about, I think, like, 1 or 2 streams ago. Yeah, I'm pretty heavily on Team Dragon versus Team Ishgard right now, but we'll see what happens. I mean, Needhog's done some terrifying shit. And obviously there's a lot of innocence involved, but, like, oof. Imagine one of your family members being killed and eaten.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Stinian, I really hope that's Needhog's eye that you have and not his. What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. I will say, that's another thing I find fucking fascinating about the dragons, is one of the things that was mentioned, I think Lady Iceheart brought it up, is that, or Ysael, is that the dragons don't perceive time like the mortals do in Final Fantasy. Like, to the dragons, the start of the Dragon Song War just happened. Like, it is literally the present to them, while simultaneously being hundreds and hundreds of years ago, because they have a very, yeah, Midgardstormer brought it up, that's right. They have a very unique perspective on how time works. So to him, this shit is like, it just happened, or in some ways it's still happening. And Needhog meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for this sin until the end of days. Okay, that is the one thing I would contest Hraesvelgr on. Like, I would contest him hard on. Is that, like, it's not fair, genuinely, it's not fair for a bunch of unrelated people to suffer for the sins of King Thordan. Like, King Thordan, his knights, maybe even his direct, like, members of the Holy See that know the truth and are hiding it, yeah, they're all 100% responsible. And should be held responsible. But the idea that, like, everybody should be held responsible is bullshit. Because by that same logic, Shiva and everything that she did should also be accredited to the entirety of the Elezen species and Ishgard. But Hraesvelgr isn't applying that logic fairly. So he's not giving them all of the benefit of Shiva and all of the negatives of Thordan. He's only doing pure negatives. Which is not a fair application of their logic. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Son, it's temporal perception. The longer you live, the shorter each section of time feels. That's why each year feels shorter than the last, the older you get. Yeah.
Sale orn I nesh iratatoska kin for elna. Si is nesh dokin an.
Oh my god! Know that all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Ratatosker's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it. Oh! Oh my god! Whoa, so if my character drank dragon blood, it wouldn't do anything, because I'm not Elizin. If I drank dragon blood, nothing would happen. You have to be a direct descendant of the people that devoured Ratatosker. Whoa, okay. Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's, yikes. Yikes. That's pretty damning. I still would like to turn into a dragon guy. I feel like that should be a career that gets added in an expansion because the dragon dudes look super fucking cool. And I think that should be expanded through, like, a happier system, not a horrible system like this. I'm just saying, Final Fantasy, how dare you taunt me with dragon people and not let me be one? But that is pretty fucked up. That's pretty horrific.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Is ros esh idrar oloson inizek non nish I es diedran en wa ulwa skola es alakin el andranken mondo.
Also, I gotta say, from Needhog, for Needhog, that's a fucking brilliant. That is a brilliant way to fuck with Ishgard and get, like, amazing revenge. Is that anyone that bears the sin of what happened will literally be turned into a dragon. That is amazing. 'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed, to join the ranks of Needhog's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
I wish it was, because then I could replicate it, but sadly it's not.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
Oh yeah, that's actually an interesting counterpoint. A lot of the dragons we killed may have just literally been Ishgardians. Ooh, Estinian, you good, bro? There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like the Dragoon.
Kawol smaim kol suthra seskmoni se an in kinizek.
But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Needhog shall remain to torment thine offspring. You can only struggle against us until you're, what, 50? Is that what he's saying? Until you're 50 years old?
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground.
Yeah, Needhog's not about just burning Ishgard to the ground. It's a lot more drawn out and fucking personal.
Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
That's so interesting. So, yeah, that's super interesting. So, Needhogg doesn't even want to end the war. Like, for him, victory is not the point. Punishment is the point.
Ice in Draho, ale inia in.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest? I will say, though, that fact makes what the dragons are doing, like, significantly more fucked up. Because the dragons still aren't holding the ones that are perpetuating things accountable. They're literally just torturing people for, practically for sport. Like, what Needhog's doing is super fucked up. Like, Needhog is not in the right at all by any comprehension.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
You say Needhogg... No, absolutely not. No. Needhogg is so far gone, it's not even funny.
Ja, lies as an in la tu ole in an Hresvaglr.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp.
Ik du set in Sohl. No sta no lis as dui for in.
'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetuate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee.
Een isi ultran as nisek for. Een lai as nesh I ratatoska.
For a worm such as Needhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatosker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad?
Een sith son ishi eskfar ulgar los an.
'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. That's interesting. Huh. We need to get... we need... So what you're saying is that we need to get Needhogg a monster fucker white woman Elysian wife is what I'm hearing. Like, if we get Needhogg an Elysian wife that's into vor and he can eat her, then he'll chill out. I mean, I presume that's not what the strategy will go with, but that is a strategy we could pursue. I'm just saying.
Snosk for an, non an lis I an, skål ilens an, skål.
But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Well, that went well. Yikes. Hraesvelgr is a wife guy. That's very accurate. He is a wife guy. What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the worm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one recourse. You know I have the right of it, Warrior of Light. Ugh. Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. It's but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned only serve to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. So the only thing we didn't learn that I really wanted to learn is we don't know how Hresvaglr lost his eye. Nothing will deter Needhogg from his course. Ow. Well, that is
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at Parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
Bro, that is not true.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Also, no.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible?
Hey, they acknowledged me!
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
I still really feel like Estinian does not understand anything that Hraesvelgr just said to us. Because killing Nidhogg, I don't think would do what he thinks it's gonna do. Like, if anything, it would just piss off the dragons to astronomical levels. But false... Oh, I already did that. Okay. Wow, that whole thing was a fucking bummer. I mean, I suppose it went as well as could be expected, but still, that did not go well. Kill more dragons as you search for the Eyrie. Great! Awesome. Shield dragon in waiting? The whole world needs some hear, feel, think, I think. Yeah, that'd be nice. It would genuinely be amazing how nice things would be if people would just take a fucking second to think sometimes. Lord knows I live in a country, or hell, even a state, where that does not happen much. Well, that looks like another ether quest up ahead as well. Nope. Life sucks. Embrace heresy. Oh, embrace fantasy. I misread that. Oh, there's more. Oh, hello. I have hunter's marks for these nerds. Oh, I only need 2 of those. Hell yeah. Alright. I'm sure I'll need Centurio seals at some point, so it's good to get them while I run around doing stuff. This looks ominous as fuck. Hello, moon-eyed Moogle. Whatever is taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome Tullahens that are flapping about. If you slay 4 of them, that should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs of you, Kupo. Alright, hold on a second. Yeah, I don't get credit if we both are fighting. Yep. Thank you. Now that the Tullahans are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kubo? What could go wrong? Estinian, pray tell me I'm wrong.
Is that it?
Oh yeah, that looks super easy to get to.
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Don't smile. Estinian.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. 'Twill be just like the good old days, no?
If our only remaining recourse is to violence, then we should seek out the swiftest path to victory. At every moment we hesitate, Ishgar's prospects grow bleaker. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Rene's Forum, Nakarius. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Go meet with your engineer friend. I shall remain here and keep vigil over the worm. I take it that the Eyrie is probably going to be like a raid. Or at least a dungeon. I still need... There's still 2 more Ether Current quests after the one I have. Let's go turn in the one I currently have. It's a dungeon? Alright. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Many thanks, brave adventurer. Finally, I can enjoy a bath without the smell of raw dragonfish assaulting my senses. Say, a dip in the waters might serve to, freshen you up as well, Kupo. Alright, everybody. I think that is a good place to stop for tonight. I know. So many of y'all are so excited. But I do want to get to bed at a reasonable hour because I'd like to get up early tomorrow and stream Final Fantasy in the morning. Because I know there's at least a couple people that would really like to join us for Final Fantasy streams, and they can only make morning streams. So we're gonna go ahead and call it there because this is a perfect place to stop. Because we're like in Ishgard, we can get some rest and all that. But we got a lot done today. Our goal for today was to meet Hraesvelgr, and we got through the Hraesvelgr's segment. So tomorrow, that means we can do the level 56 and the level 58 Dark Knight quest, and we can also finish the level 60 Dragoon quest tomorrow after our dailies. And then after that, our goal will be to get to the dungeon and go fight Needhog, assuming Needhog's the boss of the dungeon. I suspect he will be, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's stream. I hope you all... I'll have to see what Inquisitor sent me in a little bit. I hope you all had a wonderful time and enjoyed the stream. Worry not, I will be up in the morning. Today is the only day in the last week, like almost 2 weeks, I've missed a good morning stream. And the good news is tomorrow there's no Friendship Friday stream tomorrow, so I'll be playing Total War Warhammer in the evening tomorrow. So before we go, we're going to try and find some people to raid. Oh, that won't be hard. There's a shitload of people online. Who to choose, though? That's a... What does that say? Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's see who's live on the YouTube, so I can send the YouTube chat there. Go to the control room. Close. Here, I'm gonna run YouTube ads while I'm looking for where to redirect y'all, so if you want to help out the stream, just bear with us for a minute. Let's see, customization, redirect. Ah, cool. We can YouTube raid Aurora, and then on Twitch, I will send y'all. We'll go hang out with Grimmy. That's fine. I need to tell Grimmy a funny story anyway. Alright, anyway, you all have a lovely evening. We learned a lot this stream, and we'll see what happens next time. So, till then, take care, have a good night, and bye-bye. Oh, you know what? Twitch chat, I'm actually going to send y'all somewhere else.